Uncle Tim's. It's all good.
Hey, welcome to Uncle Tim's Farm. I'm Uncle Tim, and today I continue work on my mobile hydraulic boom crane that is going to be used for on-farm livestock processing. So here I'm working on the brackets that are going to attach to the hydraulic cylinder, and I'm going to go ahead and mark those off and then drill the holes before I cut them out. Nice, clean, smooth hole that makes. Alright, well my trailer jacks finally came in. These are the bolt-on type instead of the weld-on. I wasn't sure if this was going to suffice, if this is far enough behind the axle to help keep it balanced, or if I'm going to have to extend some outriggers out. So I wanted the bolt-on type so they were easily movable. But yeah, it just bolts right on there. Simple bracket. Can fit different sizes. And that'll be what I use to help stabilize it when I get it in position, and then go to lift up the boom, drop these down and help extend the base of this trailer so that there's some, basically it's like moving the pivot point the other way a couple of feet, because it's giving us more stabilization here, and it will help take some of the load off of the axles as well. And then the plan is to get 2 more of these jack stands, and I'll put them up front there so that on either side, so that if we happen to be on some ground that's not perfectly level, I'll be able to level this up. I'll have a little bubble level that's going to mount on this plate right here, and that way we'll be able to get it perfectly level before we start trying to lift anything, so we're not off kilter, tip the thing over. Now that I have the hole drilled and the brackets cut to length, I'm going to go ahead and cut angles on them. So I got quite a bit of welding done yesterday. Got this all welded, completed. Finally got my welder dialed in right to where I wasn't using enough volt. Didn't have the voltage set high enough, but I finally got that dialed in right, and it was really welding good. So my welds improved quite a bit. And I had this canopy set up so I could work in the shade, and last night had a storm blow in, totally crumpled it. Got heavy with rain here. The wind must have been blowing really hard. Snapped those braces right off. Knocked over these two sawhorses that had some heavy steel in it. One of those chunks of steel banged down pretty hard because it put a big dent in that sawhorse. Those things are pretty flimsy. I wouldn't buy those again. They're supposedly rated at 500 pounds each, but I had this beam sitting on them, and this beam, the whole beam weighs 500 pounds total, and those things were pretty rickety, and I was pretty concerned they were going to fall, so I didn't leave it on there very long. But anyhow, so this canopy's trashed. I'll have to get it folded up and get it out of the way. I'll hang on to the sandbags. At least it didn't blow away. The sandbags held it from blowing away. There's a sandbag on each leg, but it didn't keep it from crumpling it. It was quite a storm. Now we're really making some progress. I got these two brackets tacked on here, and I'm going to go ahead and get them finished welded on. That looks pretty good to me.
Whew, it fits. Okay, now it's time to weld the bracket for the other end of this cylinder that is going to mount to the bottom of the boom. All right, that about wraps up this episode. Make sure you keep coming back. See the progress on this crane. We're just about to a functional, operational boom crane. All there is left to do is make sure this fits. Sure enough. All right, see ya. Bye.